realm sent straight to hell. I knew that I had just broken one of the 10 commandments, but I couldn't, fight the demon that told me to take those Digimon cards. I thought the Lord was up in heaven wiggling his finger saying, no, 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 Charles, enjoy your time with Lucifer for this. But then I remembered what I was always taught, that the Lord could forgive any sin, no matter how great. But now that I'm an adult, I've learned that that's just not the truth, because there is one sin that is unforgivable, and that's cringe. And nobody is more cringe than Elon Musk. Now, I know I've made quite a few videos about Twitter and Elon Musk over the last month or so, but that's just because there's been so much silliness going on with it. But people keep thinking I'm some mindless drone who hates on him blindly for no reason. And that's just not the truth. I always give credit where credit's due. I've talked about this on stream, but I'll mention it quickly in this video before getting into the actual meat of the topic. Elon Musk seems to have been taking a hardline stance against the open pedophiles that were using Twitter unimpeded for years. I read a report recently that he's banned thousands of accounts from these predators that were openly sharing explicit child materials on Twitter. Those accounts are now gone, and I think that is a wonderful, great thing that he's done. I never have any problem giving appreciation for good things done by people that I might not like. Like, I don't just assume everything that someone does is evil just because I'm not a huge fan of them. Now, getting on to today's topic. Elon Musk has embarrassed himself publicly yet again. He was invited on stage at Dave Chappelle's most recent comedy show and got booed. Extremely booed. It sounded like when Valve revealed Artifact at E3.
Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for the richest man in the world.
There's so many boos, it sounds like a stock sound effect from a cartoon. I was surprised tomatoes weren't flying during this. Like, there are, of course, some cheers mixed in there, especially from, like, the cameraman and the people next to him, but the overwhelming amount of the noise is boos. And it's not surprising, regardless of what your political beliefs are, the question remains, why is Elon Musk at a comedy show? He's not a comedian, he's not even entertaining. Every interview he's ever done, every show he's ever been a part of, he completely lacks charisma and he just doesn't really tell jokes in general. Like on Twitter he tells jokes, but those are stolen from replies. I actually saw him do that in real time once on stream when we were just going through like some latest Twitter drama. He had literally taken the top reply to a tweet about Kathy Griffin being banned, saying, well, she was actually banned for impersonating a comedian. Elon Musk took that reply and then 30 minutes later said the exact same thing. Just stole it. He's like the Amy Schumer of Twitter. He also, of course, doesn't make his own memes, he just steals those too, so he's not exactly like an entertaining person. Why is he going to be like the guest at a Dave Chappelle show? Like, he's not going to go up there and tell jokes, and he clearly didn't have like a script or anything, because he really flounders here. Like, this was rough. This was brutal to listen to. I also don't think it helped that Dave Chappelle just introduced him as the richest man in the world. Like, what kind of response are you expecting there? Like, cheers like, oh, whoa, 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 he's got a lot of money, whoa, he's got a lot of money, wee, that's what I came here to see, a rich guy, and no comedy. Like, I don't know why that intro is supposed to get people hyped. Like, okay, he's the world's richest man. And what's he gonna do? Is he here to make us laugh, or is he just here to be like a circus freak? Like, wow, look at this guy, the world's richest man. Oh, hey, why are you not applauding him for being rich?
Cheers and booze, I see. Elon. Hey, Dave.
Yeah, I just don't get what the plan was here. Elon Musk doesn't say much of anything. He just kind of stands there awkwardly looking down sometimes like a kid at homecoming who didn't get a date. And then he says, hey Dave, and that's it. He's like pretty much silent for most of this while Dave Chappelle desperately tries to ease the discomfort. It's just fucking weird.
Wasn't expecting this, were you?
It sounds like some of them people you fired are in the audience. Hey, wait a minute. Those of you booing.
Dave Chappelle gets some laughs out of the crowd, hoping that they can then move on from this situation, but the damage is already done. they just go right back to booing. I don't know what his thought process was here, bringing Elon Musk out, as if that was like going to go over well. It's a comedy show, and he is not entertaining. Like, set aside the political beliefs or anything of what the audience might disagree with Musk on. The fact of the matter is, the guy is just not entertaining. So why bring him out to a comedy show? Like, he's already come out here and now has killed the vibe of the entire atmosphere, like a cop showing up to a frat party to shut it down.
Tough road ahead, it sounds like. But you notice one thing? All those people are booing, and I'm just pointing out the obvious. You have terrible seats, and I understand. All coming from way up there.
This is when it gets super sad. Dave Chappelle starts fighting for Elon Musk's honor like a K-pop stan going to defend him in the comment section, so Dave's diving in front of all of the boos that are being tossed his way like he's deflecting bullets from the president. And he just shits on his own audience for not liking Elon Musk popping out here like a jump scare. He says that the majority of people booing are the ones that have terrible seats, thus implying it's poor people that are booing him. Like, what the fuck, man? That's just like a lame joke, like, in general. I understand that you're probably like a little panicked here and very uncomfortable with this situation because the guy that you invited up, your buddy, isn't being received well by your audience, but why are you shitting on them for it? It's a stupid idea to bring him out in general. Even if he wasn't like a controversial figure, if you just bring up someone that's not even associated with comedy, they're probably not going to be received well at a fucking comedy show. Like, it's just that simple. Like, you could have called up like, hey, everyone, and now introducing the world's best plumber. This guy's helped me with so many of my toilets. Like, okay, and why is he here? Like, why are we supposed to get excited for that? But at least in that hypothetical situation, the plumber has a chance of being, like, fun to listen to with jokes. Everyone already knows Elon Musk can't tell jokes, so there's literally nothing to even be remotely excited about, other than, like, hey, he's got a lot of money. Like, what, like, it just doesn't make any sense.
Dad, what should I say?
Don't say nothing.
The Joe Rogan Experience.
Do you think that you could do Tropic Thunder today? Would that be possible?
Oh, you could do it. And again, like Eddie, you know, I look back to me, that movie to me was a circle back to my dad's movie called Putney Swope, which I highly recommend anyone who hasn't seen to see, about a black guy who takes over an ad agency in the 60s because everyone votes for him when the head of the company dies because they think no one else will. And it's about what happens when someone who is free-spirited takes over an essentially corrupt endeavor. And then he realizes and confronts his own corruption. But I remember I was probably 2 or 3 when that was being shot and when it came out, and it was so a part of my upbringing, and I just remembered some of the folks that were around my dad at that time. And so when Ben called and said, hey, I'm doing this thing, and you know, I think maybe Sean Penn had passed on it or something like that, possibly wisely. And I thought, yeah, I'll do that, and I'll do that after Iron Man. And then I started thinking, this is a terrible idea. Wait a minute. And then I thought, well, hold on, dude, get real here. Where is your heart? And my heart is, I get to be black for a summer in my mind. So there's something in it for me. The other thing is I get to hold up to nature the insane self-involved hypocrisy of artists and what they think they're allowed to do on occasion. Just my opinion. And also Ben, who is a masterful artist and director, probably the closest thing to a Charlie Chaplin that I've experienced in my lifetime. He writes, he directs, he acts. If you had seen him when he was directing this movie, you would have been like, I'm watching David Lean, I'm watching Chaplin, I'm watching Coppola. He knew exactly what the vision for this was. He executed it. It was impossible to not have it be an offensive nightmare of a movie. And 90% of my black friends are like, dude, that was great.
What about the other 10%?
I can't disagree with them, but I know where my heart was.
Yeah.
And I think that it's never an excuse to do something that is out of place and not of its time. But to me, it was just it was a blasting cap on. And by the way, I think White Chicks came out pretty soon after that.
Yeah.
And I was like, I love that.
Yeah.
I was like, that was great.
Yeah.
So,
Well, it might be the last time we see that. Unless things change. It seems like no one can really... I don't think you could do blackface anymore. I mean, we almost lost the Prime Minister of Canada because he did brownface. He
Yes.
pretended to be Saudi Arabian, right?
Yeah.
He did Arabian Nights in high school or something like that.
it's an interesting and necessary meditation on where is the pendulum, why is the pendulum right,
Yeah.
where is the pendulum maybe cutting a little into what could be perceived as heart in the right place, openness of its time. But again, I mean, there's a morality clause here on this planet, and it's a big price to pay. And I think having a moral psychology is job one. So sometimes you just got to go, I effed up. Again, not in my defense, but Tropic Thunder was about how wrong that is.
Yes.
So I take exception.
But no, I think you could do it today. I think you could. I think it could be done today. There would be so much outrage, but there would also be people cheering. And if we boiled down all the bullshit and got to the actual result of what the film did, it's fucking hilarious. To this day, I watched it again about a year and a half ago. It's a great movie. It's a great, fun movie. I mean, it's ridiculous, over the top, hilarious, and it worked. And your portrayal, I mean, it wasn't egregious. It was necessary. It made sense. All of it fit. There's square pegs and square holes.
I was just thinking square. I don't know why I was thinking. Oh, I was thinking about Sarah Jessica Parker on the ride over here. Isn't that crazy? I think I drove by. Is it that Warner Park near here?
Yeah.
I think she went to school over there when she was doing a show. Anyway, interesting.
Yeah, it worked, but it might be the last time we'll ever see a studio take a chance on a guy wearing blackface and the prolific use of the word retard. Those are two things.
And by the way, that's Ben. The funny thing too was all the heat got deflected to Ben and Simple Jack.
Yeah,
That's what people were pissed off about, and I go, woo, great. But you never know when it's going to be your time in the barrel. Sometimes life just says, you know what? And I've been on both sides of that coin. Sometimes life just says, you're a symbol now.
Did you have anybody that was telling you not to do it? Were there a bunch of agents or anyone who was like...
My mother was horrified.
Really?
Bobby, I'm telling you, I have a bad feeling about this. I was like, yeah, me too, Mom. But anyway, how are we?
First day on set when they put the makeup on you, how hard are you sweating?
There's been a couple times. I was all the night before, and we were on Kauai, and I was like, well, here we go. And I was just running. I think I had 6 lines that day. But I knew that there was going to be choppers, there was going to be squib fire, there was going to be choreography, there was going to be, it was going to be cacophonous. And the only thing that mattered to me, again, what's my action? My action as an actor in this movie is to know what I'm doing. even if what I'm doing is insane. So I ran those 6 or 8 lines I had 1,000 times, lying in bed over and 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 over again. So the next day, I was free to enjoy myself and not be struggling to wonder what it was I was supposed to be doing. And then that's what it is. It was just, it was one little mosaic after the next. And by the end of it, I had some pride that I had made it through. Forget that it was, blackface. It was special effects makeup day after day after day after day after day after day after day, except for the off times when I would have my bleached hair and blue contacts in my eyes, or other characters. And it was just it was a piece of work I was doing, and I cared about doing it as professionally and as honestly as I could.
So when you memorize lines, that's an interesting thing that you said, that you were free to do it. Like, when you memorize lines, is there ever a part, like when you're acting, where you have to think, like, okay, what am I supposed?
The Joe Rogan Experience.
You have no idea what I've gone through in my life. From the fist fights, to the arguments, to the beatings. I still remember my mother taking me into a restaurant bathroom and holding me in a, what's that one name?
Headlock?
The other
Guillotine?
one, guillotine.
And she's punching you?
shooting me. No.
She shot you up?
Yeah.
With what?
Penicillin.
Oh my God.
Because when I was a kid, I was so sick.
She got you in a headlock and shot you up.
Listen to me.
Where'd the needle go?
Listen to me.
On top of his head?
Cubans. I had a Cuban doctor, Dr. Orlando Del Valle. He made house calls, okay? He came over. He would come into the room, and this is very funny because I'm going to tell you how fucking hysterical heretics is. Hereditary shit is crazy. Your kids get what you got. Now, he would come over. Now, Dr. Del Valle did a bump from time to time. Now, this is I'm talking about 1968, 69. Please, this goes on. When he come over, I lived on 205 West 88th Street. He'd bring the little thing, and him and my mom would talk, and my stepdad, and then somebody else would be there, like a chick. That would help my mom, and sure enough, he would come over, put the thermometer in my ass, and then look at me and say, Jose Antonio, we have to give you a needle. And I go, give me 5 minutes, let me think about it. And my mom would go, what's going on? He has to think about it. I swear to God, you don't take that needle, I'll fucking kill you. So then they would go in the fucking parlor, they'd put on Cuban music, and I would like put cartoons on. Like it was inevitable. And then he would have like 2 drinks.
Like, how old are you during this time?
I'm 5, 6. He would have 2 drinks, then he'd come back in. He goes, Antonio, you ready yet? And I'm like, I'm not ready. So for years they called me Me va a doler. That means it's gonna hurt. They would have to hold me down and give me a shot. So then my stepfather, mom, the babysitter, and my mom would be like, I'll fucking knock you out. Stop crying, you fuck. Be a man. I'd be, oh, it's gonna hurt. Stop it. But I would have an allergy to a certain penicillin. So the next day my temperature would go up. So he was such good friends with my mom. He goes, listen, this is a continuity thing. Why don't I just leave you with a penicillin, put it in the refrigerator. I'll give you a couple syringes. And whenever he gets sick, just fucking stick him.
Wow.
So we were at a restaurant. I was going to Sacred Heart School for Boys, and my mother was dropping me off at 5 o'clock. We went to a fancy white people restaurant next to Kearny, New Jersey. I'm talking violins like white people in the 70s. This isn't like now, like ha ha ha. These were very conservative white people. And this is the double whammy of the day. You ready? I don't fucking like milk. And my mother used to look under my eyelids. I don't fucking like milk.
What?
Till this day, I don't drink milk. I
When
don't
you were
like
a kid, you didn't like
no,
milk?
the taste.
A baby?
None. I drank the
What did
tit.
you drink as a
I
baby?
drank the tit milk, and one day I got old enough and I just didn't like milk. But human people have this thing that they look on the eyelids, and my mom would go, "You're weak somewhere," so she would make me drink milk or whatever. So we're at a restaurant, okay? And I'm like, my mom's like, "Drink your milk." I go, "I want Hershey's chocolate." You know, the powder.
Oh, yeah.
In those days, we were either chocolate powder or the strawberry.
Yeah.
I wanted the strawberry, the chocolate. The guy goes, "Listen, we don't have that. What I'll do is put a piece of ice cream. And well, give me a milkshake." You know what this motherfucker did? He got a glass of milk and he put ice cream on the fucking thing, like a scoop of ice cream. So my mom's like, "Drink the milk." I go, "It's just fucking milk with an ice cream on it." My mom's like, "I'm in no fucking mood for you today. I'm gonna drop you off at the school, but you better drink that fucking milk." We're at a white people restaurant. Do you understand me? In 1972. My mom goes, "You got about 5 minutes to drink that milk." I had my little military suit on and shit, my little Catholic suit on, because I had to bring you back with a suit. My mom goes, "If you don't fucking drink it, I'm going to pour it over your fucking head in this restaurant." And I was like, "I'm telling you right now, I ain't going to fucking drink it."
Oh my God.
Mother took the fucking milk, dumped it on my head in this restaurant. The fucking ice cream sat on my head. I had milk dripping, and then the ice cream slowly melted off my head and fell on my lap. White people were like, "What the fuck kind of discipline is this?" So my mom's like, "Wipe your face." So when she wipes my face, Joe Rogan, she goes, "Do you have a fucking temperature?" Because I was such a sickly fucking kid. She goes, "You got a fucking... How long have you been walking around with this fucking temperature?" I go, "No." She goes, "Let's go in the bathroom."
You're still at the
We're
restaurant.
still in the restaurant. I go, she goes, "I got a
Oh
syringe."
my God.
She pulls it out of her
Lady-
purse. She carried it around with her.
You had, I was that sickly of a
Unbelievable.
kid. I was at the hospital every other week. They knew me on first name fucking basis.
That is crazy.
Wow.
She took me in the fucking ladies' room, locked the door, "Take your pants off." "I'm not doing it." "Take your pants." "Jose Antonio, please, don't make me give you a beating in this fucking bathroom stall." "I'm not doing it." And that's when the beating started. And she got me in one of those fucking things. She unzipped my pants. She punched me in the stomach to loosen me up. Oh, yeah. She was a grinder, dog.
Oh my God.
And she would shoot me that, thinking about it now, I could get a blood clot. Because my ass, from me tightening up, would get like a purple thing all the way down my leg. Like, I'm lucky I'm fucking alive. I'm lucky I'm alive, dog.
Oh my God.
I remember I was in Jersey City one time. I fainted on a nurse. I pissed my pants. The nurse comes. I pissed the bed.
Yeah.
This is my first time ever. Now I pissed the fucking bed, guys. I'm
When you
16
fainted.
No.
Oh.
They put me in the hospital that night for a lung infection. In the middle of the night, I was so scared. I pissed the bed, and there was a rubber bed. So the piss don't go into the mattress. You're just swimming in your own piss. So finally at 5 in the morning, I get out of this piss fucking juice, and I'm just sitting in the chair, looking out the window, and this lady comes in with a little cart, and she's like, "Jose Diaz?" I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "I'm here to draw blood." I go, "Listen, I just fucking pissed the bed. I'm scared shitless. Come back in like an hour. Let me get my head together. What are you gonna bother me with a needle? Look at the shape of me." And she's tormenting me. "Well, the doctor says we have to do it right now." Look, I don't care what the doctor's telling you. Let's get some pajamas. Let me take a shower. Let me get bed. Let me eat some breakfast. She's like, "No, we gotta do it before breakfast." And she's breaking my balls constantly. "No, we gotta do it before breakfast." I'm like, "You want a fucking needle, bitch? You want to give me a fucking needle, bitch? Let's go." I got so mad. I don't even know where I got those. At that time, I didn't have balls. But this bitch aggravated me so much. She wanted to see what I was telling her. I'm gonna go down. I'm telling you, I'm gonna go down. You know what this bitch said to me? She goes, "Then don't sit down. Stand up. It's better if you stand up. Let's go down the hallway, and the noise will distract you. You won't get that scared feeling." I said, "This is not gonna end. Like, this bitch was not leaving without my blood. So you want my blood, bitch? I'll give it to you." I got up. Let's go. We went outside to the fucking hallway. She put the fucking tube around my arm. She had a little cart. I'll never forget. 1979. She had a little fucking cart. She put the thing around me. All I know is she stuck the needle in. Next thing you know, I'm hearing sirens. Okay? And the cart is tipped over. I'm on top of the cart, and she's under the cart. And they've got 2 aluminum things. Remember those things they cracked? You ever fight with them? They knock you out? They had 2 of them in my nose directly. Like to wake me up. They couldn't get me up. They just put them in my fucking nose. Let me tell you about that 13-day experience. Something I'll never forget that shocked me to that day. I still remember from September. They let me out the day Ali lost to Larry Holmes.
Oh, God.
September 28, 1979. They let me out at 2, and I went and did ass at a party. Fresh with the bracelet on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't even take the bracelet off. There was a party for me, the whole thing. We were fucked up. But one thing I remember about that experience was the 3rd night I was there, how scared I was. And the guy next to me was an old man. And I go, hey, what's your name? He's like Italian. He's like, Sal. And I go, Sal, what's going on with you? He goes, well, I had a stroke. And the side of my body that had the stroke is the side that develops the shit. So I'm having a hard time shitting. I go, really? And I'm blowing farts the whole night. It's a 2-man bed. He's in there dying. He's just farting.
A 2-man bed?
It's a 2-man room.
Oh, okay.
And they had a curtain in between.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know if his name is Sal. I'm just making this up.
Right.
Whatever his name was. He was a very nice man. And he had a family, and they come in at night. He go, oh, my stomach hurt. You know, the whole fucking thing. And they tried things on him. I remember one night they were like, that's it. You're either shitting tonight or you're doing surgery in the morning. The doc, I'm listening to the doc, you know, you can hear if they're talking to the guy next door. I'm like, I wonder what the fuck they're gonna do to this motherfucker. They came with like a Ghostbuster gun. It was like a caulking gun. And they had a tube in it and they put it in his asshole. I'll never forget this, having my little black and white TV and just sitting there watching TV and hearing like, ugh. And all of a sudden they started squirting water in his ass like an animal or a hose.
Jesus.
And they didn't have PPE on. The shit started coming out. And the shit was coming out of his ass. And they're like, run, run. The nurse came and got me. They were like holding me like they thought I was like Biggie getting shot. They were smothering me. There was shit coming out of his ass. Like, remember the Beverly Hillbillies? How the oil would come out of the floor? I will never forget that. That they did everything they could because I knew they think that like I was gonna call like Weber then, DACA, Weber. Who do you call when they're not cleaning up?
I don't know.
There's somebody you call like they make code. Who are the people who make code? Like would they ever make code?
I don't know.
They had to like fucking rub my shoulders.
EPA? Environmental Protection Agency?
Yeah, whatever the fuck.
EPA.
They knew that they didn't come in with the right protection.
Okay.
They just came in like, we'll see if this works. But when they stuck it in his ass blew up. They didn't know it was gonna work. They were like, maybe it's not gonna work. So,
right.
You know, they came in very nice.
Normal.
Yeah. And when they shot the coking gun with the water up his ass, shit started coming everywhere. It was like a volcano. I'm not kidding you.
And you could see it. The curtain was up. They opened the curtain.
God, I could smell it. It was like a sewer. And he's like, oh! And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And they were shooting him with water up his ass, like with a hose.
Oh,
and they're like, call the nurses. Get towels, get towels. And they threw towels down. And that night I had my own room. I'm in there fucking by myself. Like, Mr. Diaz, we're sorry about that. I'm like, don't worry about nothing. I won't say anything.
They gave you your own room.
They gave me a single room.
Well, it's only right.
Were you smoking? Did you do a smoking act?
No, he's like a doctor.
Oh,
Like a
okay.
doctor.
I didn't know if they were like
That's Joey Diaz. Like that's how, when he wins.
Mm-hmm.
I had like a fucking bad lung infection, and they pretty much asked me to leave. 13 days.
Why'd they ask you to leave?
Because it was too much.
What do you mean?
My friends were coming in with cases of beer.
Oh, you were partying there.
With an 8-pack. They were coming with a case of nips. Remember 6
They allowed them to bring beer?
They didn't allow my friends to do anything. They just did it.
Oh.
And then one night they got thrown out and they started throwing furniture out the window at Christ Hospital.
Oh, boy.
And girls used to come in there at night to see me. I was like a stud. When you're in high school and you get sick, everybody comes to see you. You know, I had candy stripers I knew from grammar school. It was Jersey City, so.
The good old days
Yeah,
before social media.
They just drew me the fuck out. They were like, you know what? It's
You'll be
time for you to
fine.
go. Yeah, you'll be fine. Go see your doctor. I never went to see a doctor again. I took acid that night. September 28th. It was the night Larry Holmes fought Muhammad Ali.
We've helped travellers see the world for 40 years. This year, wherever adventure takes you, travel safe knowing that New Zealand
Oh, there we go.
It takes like these good players so like little time. You know? Like they straight up they do it in no time.
There we go.
This level took Space UK 320 attempts. Whatever, dude. I'm what, 23k percent? This should be easy, but it's just not.
even though no one knew how.
And you become that guy for a lot of people, including me, online. We've talked about you on the podcast a ton of times.
Right.
So having you in here has been it's very exciting to me.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
How'd you become that guy?
You know what? I grew up not that guy.
Yeah.
So a lot of people put a title on me. They want to, they see me now. They see me now as the guy that with his shirt off who can do 4,030 pull-ups in 17 hours, who can run 205 miles in 39 hours, who can do all this crazy shit. But what they don't understand is they don't understand the journey that it took me to get to this point. And what got me to this point was I was just the opposite of what I am today. I was that guy who ran away from absolutely everything that got in front of me. But not many people knew that. I had two people. Like the real me was like this very scared, insecure, stuttering, got beat up by his dad, all this kind of stuff. And then I built this fake person that walked around like my got beat up by his dad.
I'm just gonna go full card. Full card now. I want this to be over. Really good this level is short, actually, because the main thing about not dying late into the level is just staying absolutely focused. Like, after that duel, you can't just rely on muscle memory or flow state. You really have to be conscious and actively altering your clicks to suit the way you entered each portal, even with the nerf. I think the nerf makes it worse, actually. Like, this would be so much easier without the nerf. Just because I've spent like 10k attempt practicing that ship transition without the nerf, so now I know how to fully control it like that, and then they just give me a curveball, so this is probably going to take a couple extra thousand attempts than it should. You know? I could have completed this in 20k, where instead it's probably going to take 24. You know? So, I'm just not sure. Hey.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Clever fella.
What up?
Hi. Hey, my clever fella. How you doing? Good. Hey, congratulations. Yeah, bye. That's nice. Through. First time pass. You have another family tradition.
I've set the standard.
Good on you.
Set the standard high.
So what was the instructor? Was it an Indian guy?
Nah, it was this lady.
Oh, it's a lady.
Yeah, but she wasn't old though, she was like middle aged.
Oh, okay.
Do you want to see the report?
Yeah. Got it?
Yeah.
Is it digital?
Okay. Shut the door.
Imogen's back. Prize giving.
That's crazy. Yeah, see, that's why you shut the door, so you don't let the mozzies in. Because they instantly come in.
BTNZ. Starts question is fine. Have you got a temporary license?
It's just a piece of paper.
Yeah. Lauren J. I can pass it. Critical errors. Oh, okay. Too fast. Doesn't it roadworks here actually?
I went 35 in a 30 zone.
Oh,
Because I was going traffic speed.
Yeah.
And the traffic speed was like 40, so I was going slightly
Yeah.
below that.
Yeah.
But it was still too fast.
Yeah. I'm turning into a multi-lane road. You follow the road in the same lane. Proceed through the intersection. Turning into a multi.
Yeah, it was a pretty rank one, but it's fine. You're allowed 3 critical errors. You can still pass with 3 critical errors. Once you get 4, then you fail.
I'm turning into a multi-lane road. Multi-lane. Turning into. Follow the road in the same lane as you proceed through the intersection. Oh yeah. Yes, you should. So you moved across, did you, to a middle lane or something?
Yeah.
Oh, there's more. There's more. Keep going. Turn on feedback. Immediately prior to diverging, just perform a head check. Alright, so you didn't turn your head before you diverged.
No, I did.
Okay. Signal. You must signal for at least 3 seconds before changing direction. Do you remember me saying give them a bit more signal time? 1 banana, 2 banana, 3 banana. Gap saying you must choose the first said gap available. Okay. Control improvement needed. Steering. Head checks. Speed choice. So it's picked up when you're steering a bit, does she?
Yeah.
That comes. You'll need to.
It was fine though. She said it was a really, really good test compared to, well, like, compared to the average. It's like, it was a good test. So
good.
It's better than most people. What most people do.
Well done.
So
So,
yeah.
did she give you a dressing down and a complete bollocking?
What?
Did she give you a dressing down and a complete bollocking before telling you you passed?
No.
No, that's what happens in England.
She said, congratulations, you passed, and then she went
You have a
through all
guy
the
in
feedback.
England. You have a guy standing up against a wall, poking you in the chest like this. So you worthless piece.
Ow.
Can't believe you did that on a driving
Ow.
test with me, an official instructor. Cannot believe that. There you go, passed. Then you walk up.
Maybe it's just because you did something stupid for your test.
They do it with all the boys.
Yeah.
Really,
Surely.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure they do.
Drive yourself home. So obviously they've got a track record of boys hanging themselves on the way home. Anyway, very proud. Well done. Good job, mate. That must be satisfying, eh?
So it was so long. I did so much driving because after Mum wasn't there after, so I had to drive around Westgate looking for her.
Oh.
And then I went back to the BCC centre, over to the AA, back to Westgate, and stuff. I couldn't find her because I didn't have any credit or anything to like text or call her. So then I got a top up.
That was me.
Yeah, and then I could call her, and she was at Northwest, so I drove to Northwest.
Top job at 10. You finished before that.
Yeah, I finished it. But, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You haven't taken that far up, have you?
No, I'm not going to. No, I'm not. Are you gonna make me?
Yeah. There's many adventures coming your way.
Right.
Can you make the start back to the back of that?
Sure.
Imogen's home.
Yeah, I know.
You got second in the school on maths.
Really?
She got first. Yeah. She got first in her class in maths. And soft materials she came second. And media studies she got first in her class.
Hold up.
Yeah. And to say they do the actual prize giving ceremony very well.
Yeah. Okay. That's crazy.
It's a video I'll show you later if you're interested. She's up there. She's up there. She's up there.
Yeah, I know. You told me that 3 times.
How's it going?
See ya.
See you later.
Oh, so fucking done with this level, bro. So annoying. Hate it already. Surely there should be a point like that you hit where you played a level enough where you should just be able to beat it like at any time. And I swear that point was like 5k attempts ago. Hate 39. 39 is my least favorite part of any level of the game. Should we play some Reverie? Let's jam this, bro. Bro! These 2 clicks are so hard, I swear. 2 most chokeable clicks. Love this level. Love, 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 love. So fun. So fun, bro. I hate this part with passion, bro. You got it, bro. This for real, bro. This should be an extreme, bro. Facts. I don't think it'll be promoted though. Just don't. Did they update these? They update this or something? Oh. Alright, let's see how far I can get this. This is a pretty this level's actually like hard. This used to be an extreme as well. Yeah, nah, that's a good level, but like still. Oh wait, how many attempts did this take me? Yeah, this took me like 600, like 6K as well. Like that's not even bad. It took me 4K. It took me 2K or something. Yeah. Last this took me like. Was this another 6K? 3K. Damn. You know that's crazy. Yeah, this took me like 15K. Yeah. Let's just keep going. If I die at 84 again, I will be quite angry. I won't lie. I won't lie to you, but I will be quite angry. Of course, I need to get there first as well. starting off strong. Starting off strong, you know. It's always the first attempt. If you get 48 on the first attempt, then it means you're gonna get 84 at the end of the run. You know? I hate that transition. But now we're just gonna die before the drop for like 200 times in a row. Then we're gonna get past it once, and I'm gonna freak out when we get past it and die instantly because I freaked out. That's how this goes, bro. It's similar to Cataclysm, except a little bit more gay. So shit, such a shit part, I swear to God. Like, it's actually terrible. What was my best today? 72. My best yesterday was 76. So tomorrow my best is gonna be what, like 68? Yay, sports fuel! Like, bro, not that hard, eh? It's really not that hard. Like, it's not hard, bro. It's not hard. Just do it. It's so easy. Each and every time I die past the drop, makes me want to kill myself a little bit more. Something in my eye. Same place as well. Literally was in the exact place the last time I played that move. No, I think I might be done. I think I just might be done. Third time today I've died there, I think. Yeah, I'm just not up for it anymore. I think the Pester said in his video about improving. He said, don't play when you're tired and don't play when you feel like shit, because this game is the type of game that if you're in a bad mood, it's not gonna lighten your mood, If anything, if you're in a good mood, then you play this and it'll put you in a bad mood, kind of thing. That's what I was in. I just passed my driving test, and I was very proud of myself, passed my driving test, and was in a really good mood, obviously, really happy about that. Got some food, I got some drinks, I went to the spa, chilled out, and then I came here because I was like, man, I'm in such a good mood. I'm so close to beating Azurite, I can just come in, feel like I can probably beat it real quick, and here we are, an hour and a half in. I don't know how many attempts, because the amount of times we bloody clicked off, and it just doesn't look like it's going to happen. 3 deaths at 68, 2 deaths at 72, deaths at 76, it's just not going to happen, I don't think. Yeah. Alright, that's enough for today. Though I'm gonna stop playing before I get too angry. Sorry, 60th there. Yeah. Okay. Extreme. Good job, bro. Look at this guy. He beat it for his second extreme. I'm also beating it for my second extreme. But I'm about he did it in 18,000. I'm about 23 or 24k in, and I'm nowhere close to beating it. So yeah, insane. Same dude. Yeah. 74. It's awesome to be you, bro. Yeah, nice. Yeah. Like shit level, eh? Well, it's not a shit level, but like it's fun, right? Just not. Yeah. I'm good, bro. This shit. Ugh, take a break. Play with Alex later. Do some Fortnite, some shit. Should we jam? Alright, peace.